So yes, children, we are discussing the question paper of your periodic test 1. The first MCQ, what happened when the grandmother didn't pray for the first time? And the answer is yes, she fell ill the very next day. How did the sparrows express their sorrow at the death of the grandmother? The answer is they came and sat silently in the veranda. What was the favorite memory of the poet? The poet's favorite memory was her mother's laughter. What were the names of the two crewmen whom the author hired? One was Larry Vigil and the other was Herb Sigler. So next questions are, they had to be answered in about 100 words. What happened on January 5? So here, basically what happened on January 5? Basically the weather had again deteriorated on the evening of 4th of January. And the morning of January 5 was terrible. The weather had extremely deteriorated, and the narrator and his whole family, wife, their condition was desperate. At that time, the narrator, the author, he went inside the cabins where his children were, and he asked them their whereabouts. So in order to comfort his children when he went inside, it was the author himself who was reassured by his child. His son at that time told him that he was not afraid to die if they are all together. So these words of his son filled up, or you can say revived the author, and he got ready to fight with all what he had. And he came out of that cabin and was determined that he would fight with all that he had with him. And and by the time it was evening, the author and his wife, they were sitting on the deck of the ship, and they were like looking at the vast sea in front of them, and were expecting that their end had almost come. Right? This was something which happened on 5th of January. But many of you are writing, some children were writing like what happened on 4th Jan. So 5th Jan's main incidents were there. If you started with what happened, Divanshi, did they reach the island on 5th January? Find out from your text. So there were 4 dates: 2nd Jan, 3rd Jan, 4th Jan, 5th Jan, and even 6th Jan. So try to find out what happened exactly on 5th Jan. Okay. So mainly what happened in the cabin with the children. So what he and his wife, how they felt in the evening. And in between, yes, one more thing he did on 5th Jan. After comforting the children in that cabin, he came out and repaired the starboard side of the ship from which the waves were coming. Right? Second question is, describe the changing relationship between author and his grandmother. So changing relationship between author and grandmother. So once the author and grandmother came to the city, they started experiencing some changes in their lifestyle. Okay, the author started going to the school by school bus, and grandmother would not accompany him to the school. And when he would come back, then grandmother would not be able to help him in his studies the way she used to do in the school. And one more thing, so they would see very less of each other. But by the time the author went to the university, he was given a separate room. So the common link of friendship was snapped. And afterwards, the author even went abroad. And when he came abroad, he met the grandmother met him with the same emotions, with the same feelings, the way he had experienced 5 years before. So changing relationship, what will you write in this changing relationship? Like what changes kept on coming in their relationship? So changes were physical. What physical changes were there? Like they were not able to spend time with each other. They did not see much of each other. But the second part of the question was, did it really change? The changes were physical, but those physical changes did not affect their relationship at all. They had the same bonding which they had when they lived together in the village. The proof is that when that the grandmother, the biggest proof I'm talking about, the proof was that the grandmother died after the grandson came back from abroad. Okay, she was old even 5 years before when he went abroad, but she died when grandson came back, and the very next day grandmother died. So what is it? It's a proof that grandmother loved her grandson so much that she did not even that she left for heavenly abode after having met her only. Got it? You can give more proofs, like when he came back from abroad after 5 years, even then the grandmother was, you know, uh, she had not changed. Okay, she welcomed him as usual. So grandmother was the kind of person who did not show her love and bond through her physical gestures. But yes, that showed when she left for her heavenly abode after meeting her grandson who had come back from abroad. This is what I expected in this answer. And those people who will be just copying the answers from here and there, they won't be given full marks, of course. But yes, if the description would be a little different, if I would find that yes, a little unique answer is there, but the correct points I've told you, expression is yours. How is the cyclic movement brought out in the poem? So the poem, The Voice of Rain, it's a clear-cut description of the cyclic movement of rain. So on the scientific level, what does the science say? Like logically, the rain has a cyclic movement. Like first there is what we call as uh, when the water rises above from the sea, it goes up, from there it comes back. So all that scientific process you describe, yeah, evaporation. So all that, whatever, scientific process you describe first, then you describe the same scientific process of the rain in terms of the poetic language. Those two parts I expect in your answer. So the point is, like, what is a cyclic movement? First, you talk about from the scientific point of view, then you talk about from the poetic point of view. Okay, it's not very different and not very, difficult nor different. Both of them are almost the same thing. Okay, the water rises from land and comes back on the land. In the similar way, a song rises from the heart and comes back to the listeners and takes a seat in their hearts only. So the song which rises from the heart of the speaker goes back into the hearts of the listeners. So this is poetic language. So something like that I would expect in your answers. If your answers would be able to justify that, full points, otherwise marks will be deducted. Third question is, as the principal of DAV Mausam Vihar, Delhi, write a notice informing students about the special coaching in cricket and all during the summer vacation. First of all, children, in this kind of question, I would expect you people to write all the technical things correctly. The technical things are the name of the school. DAV school should be there only, DAV Mausam Vihar, Delhi. If you didn't write the name of the school correctly, then your 2 marks will be deducted. Yeah. Then afterwards, date should have been there. If you did not write the date correctly, even then marks will be deducted. Then afterwards, the word notice could also have been written somewhere, maybe on the very top of the box, or maybe inside after this name of the school. There I won't deduct marks, but the word should be written. Then title of the notice. I have seen some children did not even write the title of the notice. Title of the notice happens to be very important. 2 marks are deducted for not writing notice. Title of the notice. So then Right? What should be the title of the notice? Yes, you can tell me. What should be the title of the notice? What title did you write? You can send message. What title did you write? So no answers are coming. So the title could have been the coaching, special coaching for games, for outdoor games. So it can be, okay, so special coaching for sports lovers. Something like this you could have written. Because there are so many games, you could not write them in the title. So special coaching classes for sports lovers. Yeah, got it? So after, and the title should have been written in the capital letters and it should have been underlined. If you forgot to do something like this, then even then marks would be deducted. So I mean presentation wise, the marks are deducted. Yeah, and later on when you write the content of the notice, it should start with the, like, uh, the main point is like special coaching classes are going to be organized for the following games. The schedule for the games, for the games like cricket, basketball, and table tennis, the schedule is as. So then in the table, you could have written the name of the game, the time of the coaching, and the place where the coaching is to be given. Okay, or you could have simply said like game and time. Okay, but what many of you did not even draw the table and you wrote the information inside in a running paragraph. Marks are always deducted when you don't make a, when you don't write the schedule in a mini table. Is that clear? Yeah, Manat, it's okay. Summer vacation special coaching. Summer vacations special coaching for sports lovers. Sports are important. Sports word is important. Okay, so what I wanted to point out over here is was like the mini table in which you could have written the schedule. That is very important. And many of you did not mention like at what time which game will be taught. Okay, the names of the coaches could also have been there. But okay, if you've written just name of the game and timing and the venue where the coaching would be given. Of course, cricket would be given training in the cricket uh, uh, place only. So wherever the specific places you could have mentioned, otherwise only the game and the time were must. That also many of you did not write, marks would be deducted. So afterwards, what in the end you could have talked about like whom to contact, whom to give names. That was very important. And if you're not writing whom to contact, whom to give names, marks are deducted. And yes, the coaching classes from which date to which date, schedule, in the schedule only you could have written coaching classes from this date to this date, time this to this. Okay. And then in the end, whom to contact. And will there be some incentive for the persons who attend the classes? Will there be some competition? Right? Something like this you could have written. But I will just go for the schedule in which you people might have mentioned the time, day, time, and mainly the time for the classes and whom to contact for these classes, and some incentive in the end for the classes. And yes, one in the end, the most important thing that your notice should have also been in a box. If the notice is not in box, then the whole thing will be crossed out. I won't even see what you've written inside. Next question is write a speech in about 150 words on importance of yoga for students. So you had to sign yourself as Karuna or Karan. If you did not in the end, in the beginning say like, good morning, I am Karuna or I am Karan, then also your 2 marks are deducted straight away. Okay, writing Karuna or Karan was so important. Is that clear? And then you're in the speech in the very beginning, greetings, like good morning, everybody. I'm Karuna or Karan, and I'm going to speak on the topic yoga and its importance. So these three things, if you did not write, then your 3 marks will be deducted, rather 4. Okay, some children don't start the speech with good morning and all, their marks are deducted. Okay, so format wise, greetings to the audience, and in the end, thank you or the gratitude, they will be going in for, it's not about format. The thing is that if you don't know, then how can we give you marks? And inside the content, when you talk about the importance of yoga, then first of all, you could have talked about like, what are the requirements of a student's life? A student needs to be focused, healthy, happy. And how can you be healthy and focused if you don't go for yoga? And the best way to be healthy, focused, and all is yoga. So this is how you can start off like this. Then you can give your own value points upon the topic. That is all up to you. You know that. So the maximum value points along with the speech jargons, like my dear friends, you must know, you must. So my dear friends, something like this, the address is important. So how you address the gathering. So those things you must take with you. So greetings, your name, topic, content, along with your speech jargons, like my dear friends, my dear audience. And in the end, thanks a lot for being so patient. Thank you so much. So all these things together will give you full marks if your content is very satisfying. If your content is just lacking and not covering up points, then don't expect 10 on 10. Okay. Okay, with this, the question paper, it was only this much. And I'll be sending you your question papers today by all means. If not today, then tomorrow. Okay. And send me the screenshot of the attendance. Okay. Divanshi, do you send me the screenshot? Send me complete screenshot in one go. Okay. If you don't know how to take the complete screenshot, you can learn from somebody. Okay, children. Send me your consent form at the earliest. Shall I leave now? Okay, Divanshi. Okay, beta. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow now. Okay, beta.